Forgive my dog drinking water, it's kind of loud right now. But I thought I'd show a little bit of my kit and the way it's set up. Obviously, hand sanitizer is kind of nice if you're doing something messy like fish or anything like that where you don't know if there's some kind of bacteria involved. It's good to have hand sanitizer or just straight alcohol. If you're backpacking, I'm not opposed to having something on the hip and a drop leg or something, but it does get in the way and clanks around. Having them on the chest is just so much better. I recommend if you are backpacking, you check out having something that can take down a boar, black bear. If you live somewhere like that, I always say if it can't stop a polar bear, you should probably not carry it. So, G40 MOS, super decked out. Got the Trijicon SRO, 2.5 MOA, the JagerWorks Battle Ready Optic Sight, Battle Ready Optic Shroud to protect the SRO in case you drop it. Dawson Precision suppressor height sights for the Delta Point Pro because the JagerWorks BROS raises the footprint up a little bit, so you have to compensate with that. So, Talon Pro Grips, I love these. And then the main attraction on this thing would be the Timney Alpha competition trigger for large frame Glocks. I was the first person in the world to have that, by the way. And then, nice little polishing job. You can do this with a jewelry cleaning cloth. You can get them at Fred Meyer Jewelers. You can get them anywhere. Walmart, whatever. And then this is a Gunfighter Ink Kenai holster. Got a nice knife. This is a Tops MPAT. Just got this through one of my groups. Freaking sweet. It was designed by, I think he was a second seat fighter pilot. So he needed something very slim, but something that could do it all if shit hit the fan, if he had to eject. It's got a very cool, very rough sand texture. I don't think I'll be able to show it, but it's a texture, you can feel it. 154 cm, I do believe, so high carbon steel. Stays sharp for a long time, and this coating prevents it from rusting, which is fantastic. From what I've been seeing, Tops is probably the best company in the world, especially American, for 154 cm blades. So I got this fantastic micarta grip on, man. This thing is sweet. And so this is more or less just a knife if I need something at hand while I'm backpacking, or just a good do-it-all in general. And that just stays back here. One thing I want to talk about is you want your gear to be secured to your pack in the event that you had to get up and just run. Let's say you were doing whatever, a bear charged you, or who knows, you slip and fall while you're doing something. You don't want to just be losing all your gear while that happens. This has a one-directional snap on it, and I kind of hate it. I might end up just taking that thing off. But what I mean by that is always try to find a mechanical way to bond your gear to your pack. So here's an example right here of this ferrocinium rod right here. It's a really big ferro rod. Probably keep this thing for decades without using it. But I didn't want it to come loose. It comes with this really nice cable lock right here. So what I figured out is, since this this retention strap right here, since this has a really good mechanical bond with the buckle right here, like this thing's not coming off. I figured out if I if I wire weaved this together to make the diameter of the hole smaller, that it actually cannot come off, right? And it still has enough length to where I wouldn't necessarily use this while it's still on the backpack, but it's got enough distance so if I were to put my bag down, I could use my ferro rod and have a little bit of, you know, reach without losing it, right? And then the striker for it, since this is something you're not going to do in like a super fast hurry anyways, is on the other side right here, where I have my water and mess kit and whatever. This isn't my go-to mess kit, but it is a pretty nice one. So, like I was saying, right here I have a carabiner, happens to be titanium too, and this is the striker right here. So if I push down right here, bam, pop the striker off right there. It's always a good idea to keep your gear super secure. Ferro rod, you always want to use it first over any gas. Gas is for emergencies if it's really, really wet, right? And so that's why this would be like the second or third line of defense. I'd probably say third, because this burns really hot, but you're going to run out of fuel and then you lose probably the best fire starter you have. I really like these torch lighters. I put Talon Pro Grips on it because I put Talon Pro Grips on everything. I love it. It's my favorite texture. And this is a Olight lanyard. This one is really well designed. It's gummy. It's nice. Really like it. So that goes in the side of this canteen pouch. This is not the original canteen pouch that came with it. Since it's a Chinese company, that's where all the good cheap titanium's coming from. They may just put it in a shit pouch, right? So I got a Fox Tactical pouch to kind of go with the Fox bag that I have. This is a Boundless Voyage titanium mess kit. So titanium is non-toxic, if you didn't know that. And I really like that they give you the milliliters on here. You can actually boil your water in here, not with the lid on, but you can boil and sterilize your water in here. Right? The kit comes with 2 cups. They're also solid titanium. Kind of a pain to get out of here if you don't loosen your cinches like a dumbass. But you know, you can tell I've used them. And then another thing I really like too, like I said, they have all the measurements in here, so you can use it as a measuring cup. It's very nice. Really cool thing about this set is it has these little hooks right here, or these places where you can put a wire hook that actually comes with the set too, to hang it, right? This one does too. So if you wanted to hang it, I think the main use for this one, other than being like a cup, would be to hang the actual canteen to sterilize the water in here. And if you look, the straps are offset, right? So it will balance. Really nice. Very well thought out. And then it comes with a lid, titanium as well. And it has vent holes, but they also can act as a strainer. So, and then here's that wire, and it has these little clips on the side. Like I was saying, you can clip these into here. It's kind of let's get used to doing it. Hang it like that. I guess you'd want to use the bigger cup, but if you had to, you could use this one. Put it on your fire, sterilize your water. Obviously not with the lid on. Isn't that freaking cool? That sold me. Not to mention that titanium is rust impervious, and it's also non-toxic. So, very cool. It also, that gray color you see is titanium, I think it's titanium oxide. Titanium oxide is a sterilizer. So this thing is a self-sterilizing kit, right? And you get those really cool anodizing colors that happen with heat. But yeah, that's the whole kit in there. It'll sit like this, that, and then this wire would be underneath, right? Pretty sweet. The other pocket, I'm probably going to put sterilization tabs in there for last resort, right? You always need to have clean water. Always. That's the most important thing. Clean water, shelter, heat. Alright. Get the cinches down. It's not too bad to get back in. Yep. On the front right here, I have one of my groups. Swag. This is the Zippo. Woo. Not very graceful with that, was I? What is also a new one. But yeah, very cool. It's a OD green. There we go. Can't really do that anymore. This would be my second fire source. You can keep a lot of Zippo fluid on you in a small flask. Good stuff. Bottom sterilization. Front admin pouch right here. This is where you keep all your toothbrush, toothpaste, cleanliness things, backup gloves. Right now I just have a poncho in it to fill the void because I have all of my stuff not in there. Solar charger. This is a cheap one. It doesn't necessarily work good, and it's hard to find a good one. The best ones actually unfold, so you'll have like a big solar array you can just cover your pack with, and you can charge while you're walking. The best one I can find is about $200, and I haven't bought it yet, but I definitely will, because that way you can take your Sonic Air toothbrush with you, which I love, right? You can also charge all your lights and stuff. I really do like the Olight swivel. It's pretty much a shop light. If you weave it in through your MOLLE webbing, you can get it permanently stuck in here pretty much. And what's really cool about this is that you have like a work light, right? So if you put your bag up somewhere, you kick it up, you can do a bunch of stuff, right? It's freaking cool. Not to mention, if you're doing something over there, like I just had it on, you can hold the light, and then you'll get your focus light, and you could be doing something over there and have it focused on that, and it's indispensable in my opinion. Okay. Front, water purification, stuff like that. I have life straw filters, and not like the traditional life straw, those are okay. But the one I like is the one that actually has a silicone bag. I don't really want to take it out because everything is packed in here. The bag of hiking snacks, because I haven't really done much in a while. But a little saw is good to have. I have a lot of other saws, but this one I just, it's so small that it's like, why wouldn't I just have it in here? This is a Silky Pocket Boy, and this thing looks tiny, but it's a monster. Okay, like you can cut down something that size. So pretty decent sized log, right? And you can start some good fires with this. Not to mention build shelter or whatever you need. It's freaking awesome. This little watertight kit or case right here. These are designed in Japan, and they're made in Japan by people that go out in the middle of nowhere, because Japan is very mountainous, right? Volcanic. To clear lumber and growth for power lines and stuff. That's pretty much the main thing with these. So their whole line of things is very, very impressive. Here's Silky's version of a traditional Japanese wood saw, and I'm not even kidding. This one's called the hibiki. I forget what they're called. You have a saw for cross cuts, and then a saw for rip cuts. I just did them opposite, but so with the grain and against the grain, which is fucking awesome. Who does that, right? And replaceable blades. I've used this myself to build lots of things, and I don't even want to use electric tools anymore after using these. The craftsmanship involved is amazing. Dual purpose right there. The stud to take the blade out is actually the locking stud too, to lock it in the sheath. It's freaking cool. Big boy, katana boy, actually. This is probably my favorite piece of kit that I have. It's not going to come out that easy because of the way I have it packed in here. On the back side where you would keep extra blades, I have the Gomboy, which would be the go-to backpacking knife or saw. So the Gomboy, this is 240 millimeters. This is just perfect size. I mean, you could take good sized logs down with this, and it has the 2 positions, so you can cut on the ground if you don't have a way to elevate your lumber too well. And they're pull saws, so they take a lot less energy than traditional push saws. Very cool. A lot of people collect silky saws because they're awesome. Let's take this out now. So this is probably my favorite piece of kit that I have. This is the Silky Katana Boy, 500 millimeters. This thing is no joke. You could cut down like old growth trees if you had to, right? You could build a log cabin with patience. And this is Japanese steel. So you got to remember, this is like, these guys are the masters of steel, right? People were going into World War II with their great-great-grandfather's swords, 700-year-old swords, and the steel just lasts, and it's amazing, right? It's laser cut. I've used this forever. It's amazing. This one doesn't have the 2 positions, but I don't think it needs it. It has a lock right here, so you don't have to worry about folding on you, and then you would use it two-handed. And I've cut things down with this. It's an amazing tool. And in the winter, you can use it to cut packed snow blocks. You could build an igloo with it. There's videos on the internet of that. Check out Survival Russia. Unfortunately, he has to live somewhere where the government is crap right now, but yeah. Always carry a saw on you. And like I said, the reason why I have the Pocket Boy in there is there's no reason to take it out ever. It's so tiny that I'll always have it in there. And saws are far superior to axes. I would much rather have a saw than an axe. You know how long it would take to axe a tree down as wide as this saw can take? And you can see there's videos online of people racing chainsaws. Sometimes the Silky saw comes ahead, sometimes it's behind a little bit, but you know, you do burn a lot more calories, obviously, but you don't have to hike in a chainsaw, right? There's the, you don't have to deal with the maintenance of a chainsaw. And then the only other piece of kit in here that I don't think I haven't shown is concealed carry firearm, which, yeah, and shotgun. I have a really nice Beretta 1301 shotgun, but that's the main thing. On the side right here, there's actually a med kit. This is a med kit right here, and it's in a Ziploc bag because you don't want your med kit to get wet. Okay, I think I actually double Ziploc bag that. You do not want your med kit to get wet. I recommend a first aid salve. Salves are natural, and they do a bunch of things. Okay, they expire, so, and they're temperature sensitive, but a good salve is better than Vaseline or whatever. I mean, it just botanically they're awesome. Cuts, scrapes, mosquito bites, whatever. I'd much rather have a salve than any of the petroleum based ones. So yeah,